RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer and the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. Calc Institute of Technology, your future, your success. C&B Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank.
Our first game of a doubleheader here tonight on WBGZ Alton, where it is 7 o'clock in the Riverbend, and the Eagles will kick it away. It's going to be a low line drive kick that's going to bounce and be taken at the 5 and across the 10 and down at the 11-yard line. The return man tripped up down there. David Lane in on the tackle at the 11, and that's where Mount Zion will have it. First and 10 to start things off here for the Braves. The Braves led at quarterback by number 12, Brandon Pace. Garrett May is the running back. Receivers, Charles Cools, Max Gansler, Keegan Robinson, and Sammy Schultz. The Braves in their red pants, white helmets, white jerseys, and white numbers, believe it or not, trimmed in just a little bit of a red outline, nearly impossible to see the numbers. The first handoff goes running to the left with the running back, May, and that's going to be, it looks like about a 2-yard pickup out to the 13, and it's going to be second down. Second down and along 8 for the Braves. They have receivers 2 split to each side, single back in the backfield. From the shotgun, the quarterback goes back, throws the little bubble screen, well defended by CM. And Lafferty's going to make a tackle that's going to drop the receiver back at the 11, the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to make it 3rd and 10. And the Eagles had that play well scouted. Now the Braves will come out with trips to the near side. One receiver to the far side. The quarterback's going to roll out to the right and throw, and it is incomplete. And that was Nick Newell knocking the ball out of the hands of the intended receiver as Newell got there the same time the ball arrived, and so a quick 3 and out for the Braves. A good start for the Eagles defense, and CM should get the ball in pretty good field position as the Braves will have to punt from near their own goal line. David Lane back to receive this kick near the Braves' 40-yard line on 4th and 9. And now a penalty flag flies, and let's see if that's against the Eagles, and it is. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Still going to set up the same punt situation. Against the Eagles, 5-yard penalty. But it gives the Braves an extra 5 yards. They'll move the football out to the 16-yard line, and it'll move the punter out of the end zone. He stands at the 2. And he takes the snap, quickly gets it away, and the kick is going to be taken at the 45 by Lane across the 50. Now they're going to say they blow the whistle, and a flag flies, and Lane's still on his feet. Now they blow the play dead, and it stops. They may be saying that his knee touched the ground when he caught the ball, but it sure did not look like it from here. Now, there may have been a penalty for a block in the back, but I'm not sure why they blew the whistle and stopped the play. It didn't look like Lane's knee ever touched the ground, but the referee, as he threw the flag, blew the play dead, so he might have blown one there and not just the whistle. It is a penalty against CM for the block in the back. So they're going to mark the ball at the 46. Now they're going to pick up the flag and say no penalty and give the Eagles the ball actually at the 44-yard line. So I guess they had a summit and reached a compromise. So the Eagles will get the football at the Braves' 44-yard line. They wave the flag off and spot the ball where they blew it dead at the 44. Into the game, quarterback Adam Hill, 2 receivers to both sides. In motion now to the right is Sutton. They give it to the running back. That's Whitworth across the 40, 35, 30, breaks into the clear. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Civic Memorial. A 44-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Whitworth on the first play from scrimmage. And the Eagles lead it 6-0. So a good start for the Eagles defense and an even better start for the Eagles offense. Whitworth took that handoff and went around the right side and right down the sidelines and into the end zone. And now they will try, the Eagles will, the extra point attempt. Out of the hold of Brett Lane, who gets the ball down. The kick by Hall is in the air, and it is good. 10:31 left to go in the opening quarter. It's CM 7, Mount Zion nothing. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Kickoff, the Eagles kick the ball out of bounds down the left side. And so the ball will belong to the Braves. And I believe they mark it at the 35-yard line. Looks like there's some discussion about that as well. And now they will spot the ball on the 35-yard line, and that's where the Braves will have it. Our first of 2 games here tonight on the Big Z following our action. By way of tape delay, it'll be Belleville West and the Alton Redbirds, and then more sports programming comes your way tomorrow, and we'll give you the full schedule when we get a moment to do so. Empty backfield now for the Braves, finding themselves trailing here by a touchdown in the early going. Quarterback's going to, from the shotgun, keep it and try to run. He's going to be tripped up. Corey Price with the first hit. Sutton and Newell finish him off at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain for Brandon Pace. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. The Eagles in their white pants with the purple jerseys. The white numbers trimmed in gold. The white helmets with the purple eagle. Looking for win number 7. They're going to pitch it to the player kind of running a jet sweep, although they pitched it. He gets out of bounds as he crosses the 40, picks up, it looks like about 6 on the play as they'll mark it at the 41-yard line. Dylan Sutton in on the tackle there. And I'm telling you what, cannot see these numbers at all. So I'm not sure who picked up the 6 yards. The quarterback's going to run this one to the right and pick up the first down and go out of bounds just across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So that'll be a 5-yard pickup for Pace. From where we sit in the press box, it looks like the Mount Zion Braves are just wearing white jerseys with nothing on them. They have white numbers. They're just trimmed in a red outline, and you can't see them from here. I think they need a new fashion designer. They're going to run the ball straight ahead again, and this time picking up a couple of yards, and not more than that. is the quarterback. We'll call that a gain of 2 for pace. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8 now for the Braves. Working from the shotgun. 3 receivers here to the near side. And they will throw the bubble screen. And the Eagles defend it pretty well. The runner gets across the 50 into Eagles territory. It's going to be a pickup of about 5 on the play.
He's going to pick up the 3rd down. 3rd and 3.
Max Gansler on the reception. So it'll be 3rd and 3 now for the Braves at the CM Eagles 47-yard line. Empty backfield. Man in motion now. And they pitch it to him. And the Eagles get in. Oh, they missed the tackle. They're still going to get him behind the line, though. It was Price who almost had him for a loss of about 6. And Nick Newell makes the tackle for a loss of 1 on the play. And it's going to set up a 4th down and almost 4 now. And the Braves will go for it from the 48-yard line of CM. Man in motion to the far side. Quarterback pace in the shotgun, and now flag flies, and I think we're going to get a motion call, and we will. That'll be against the Braves and move them back 5 more yards, and now they'll put the punt team on the field. First penalty against Mount Zion. Makes it 4th and almost 10, and now they'll kick the football to be the 2nd punt of the game for the Braves. David Lane back at his own 25 to accept this kick, which is taken at the 25, and he's hit almost immediately and gets knocked down between the 25 and 26, and that's where the Eagles will put it in play, 1st and 10. 7.5 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter, and Civic Memorial leading by a score of 7-0. Mentioned action for you tomorrow here on the Big Z. It all starts with Sports Talk at 11 o'clock in the morning. Brent Birkland will be out of town, so I'll have a chance to sit in for him tomorrow on Sports Talk. We'll have scores, interviews with the coaches as we look ahead to the playoffs, as well as season wrap-ups from some of the teams that will not be advancing to the playoffs. And then more action for you from the football field tomorrow as well. Here is Whitworth, I believe, getting to the 30 before being blasted. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play. And the officials or rather the benches wanting a flag there, and no indication of a flag. And now there is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against Civic Memorial. Whitworth was hammered. I think the Eagles thought the hit was a little high and late.
That was horrible.
And the Eagles are getting the penalty. It's a 15-yarder, which will move the football all the way back to the 16-yard line. And it'll set up a 2nd down and 20, as it was a dead ball foul, so it comes after the play. Now the Eagles will be faced with 2nd and 20. Zach Williams into the game now at running back for CM with trips to the far side. Brett Lane, the lone receiver, here to the near side. Quarterback Hill takes the snap from the shotgun, and the ball is deflected and caught by Lane. He tipped it into the air, got hit, tipped it to himself, and gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. That's a 26-yard pickup. Hill to Brett Lane. And another first down for the Eagles, and they're going to run it with Whitworth. Breaks a tackle, gets to the left, gets the corner, and it's a foot race to the 20, to the 15, and thrown out of bounds inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. "55 yards for Whitworth on that carry. And he's already over 100 yards now unofficially on just 3 carries. Eagles first and goal now inside the 5. They've got 3 receivers to the left. Now they're going to move in closer to the rest of the line. Now Whitworth going to move over to the left side of Hill. And now the Eagles are going to take a timeout. I don't think they like the formation, and they'll talk about it. It's first and goal, CM. 6:53 left to go here in the opening quarter, and it's the Eagles 7 and the Braves nothing. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
At 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, we believe that great food paired with our own locally brewed craft beer is a staple in life, and we want to share that experience. At 4204, you will find a menu that complements our very own award-winning craft beers, and we serve the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. You can find us in both Alton by the Alton Square Mall and at our original location at 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. Come visit 4204 Main Street Brewing Company today for an experience you won't soon forget.
To the far side, that's Brett Lane, Sutton, and David Lane and Austin Reams line up to the right side. Hill at quarterback, the clock down to 3. Now in motion goes Sutton. And Hill gives it to Whitworth, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown number 2 for Whitworth, and it's 13-0 Civic Memorial. A 3-yard touchdown run to go with his 44-yard touchdown run earlier. And the Eagles have jumped on top by 2 scores here in the first 6 minutes of this football game. Hall will be back on to attempt the extra point again out of the hold of Brett Lane. Snap back, the ball down, the kick is up, and it is good again. 6:48 left to go in quarter number 1. It's now CM 14, Mount Zion nothing. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up, ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andy's Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andy's Auto Sales today.
They'll actually mark it at the 28, where it'll be first and 10. And Mount Zion back on offense. Their third possession of the quarter. They've had to punt each of the first 2 times they've had the football, and the Eagles have scored. Following those punts, the quarterback's going to keep it and run to the right and not quite get around the corner. He will reach the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of a couple for pace. We'll call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7, and pace is now rushed 5 times for a total of about 10 yards. Trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side. The running back switches positions from the left to the right of the quarterback, who's going to take the snap and roll out, and now is going to keep it and pick up the first down before getting out of bounds out near the 40-yard line. Actually, it looks like they're going to say he stepped out short of the first down marker at the 37-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 after the pickup of 6 on that play. Quarterback's going to keep it and run it again. This time he will get the first down across the 40, out near the 45 of Mount Zion. That's going to be good for 7 on the pickup and a first down, the second first down for the Braves. So far, the quarterback doing most of the damage here, picking up most of the yardage that the Braves have been able to get, which hasn't been a whole lot. Quarterback's going to keep it. A flag flies. That's probably a hold. Quarterback breaks out and gets out to the right, out to the outside, turns the corner, and gets inside the 30 as he looked like he was stopped, but he came out of the pile and picked up about 15 extra yards, but it's all going to come back because the holding is back near the line of scrimmage, in fact, a couple of yards behind it, and that's where they'll mark the flag off. So instead of a big gain for the Braves, they'll mark 10 yards from where the flag is, which is at the 43 of the Braves. It'll move it back to the 33. It'll still be first down, but now it's going to be first down and about 22. Five and a half minutes left to go here in the first quarter. They're going to throw the little flip pass, and getting back to the original line of scrimmage is the receiver, who goes down back at the 43-yard line of the Braves. So they got the penalty yardage back. Second down and about 12 now for Mount Zion. Quarterback's going to keep it and run to his right, looks for a hole, finds one, first down yardage across the Eagles 40 and down near the 35-yard line. That's good for about 23 yards on that pickup. The quarterback showed a lot of patience there as he waited for a hole to develop and then picked up the first down. So despite the big penalty, the Braves get that yardage back. Now they're going to throw it, and it's complete near the 15. Triple team tackling inside the 15 down to the 14. But that's good for 21 more yards and another first down for Mount Zion as they put the football in the air this time. That man was wide open down here. Trips to the far side, single back in the backfield. Quarterback's going to run it again, gets a block, finds a hole, gets down near the 5 before being dragged down. Going to be very close to a first down, just a bit short, I believe. They quickly work the no-huddle offense. 9-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 1. Quarterback's going to keep it again, get tripped up that time by Corey Price. But I believe it's going to be enough for a first down.
Enough for a first down. Going to be first and goal.
They only needed one, and they got it. So it'll be first and goal now for the Braves at the 4-yard line of CM. Trips again to the far side of the field. The quarterback's had a lot of success running to the right. And this time they'll give it to the running back, and he's going to be close to the end zone and into the end zone for the touchdown. They gave it to the first man through. I believe that was Garrett May, a 4-yard touchdown run. And now Mount Zion with a chance to cut the lead in half with an extra point. They quickly line up for the point after. Snap is good. The kick is a low line drive, but it's through the uprights, and it is good with 3:42 left to play in the first quarter. It's now CM 14 and Mount Zion 7. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
Eagles back deep to receive this kickoff. It'll be Jonathan Whitworth and David Lane, and Lane will pick it up at the 17, across the 20, 25, 30, still on his feet, cuts to the right sideline, 40, and outside the 40 to about the 44-yard line. So a good return by Lane, and the Eagles will have good field position at their own 44-yard line with 3:34 left to go here in the opening quarter. We mentioned action for you tomorrow. Our first game comes your way at noon or so. It'll be Roxana and Southwestern by way of tape delay. Then the Fighting Illini back on the Big Z this weekend. We've got their game against Wisconsin, which starts at 2:30, but the pregame starts at 2 o'clock live here on the Big Z. And then following the Illini game around 6:30, it'll be Marquette and Mount Olive by tape delay. So a big schedule tomorrow, more action for you, and it all starts at 11 o'clock with Sports Talk. The Eagles will run the ball with Whitworth across the 45 to the 47. That'll be a 3-yard pickup for the Eagles' senior running back. And now we've got a player down. One of the offensive linemen, I believe, down on the play. And so while they attend to the injured player, we'll take a short break. 3:22 still remaining here in the first quarter. CM leads it 14-7. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience, located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
Gun. They'll run it again with Whitworth, and he is hit right at about the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on that play. So it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Eagles, who quickly, from the no-huddle offense, get right back to the line of scrimmage. Whitworth in the backfield with Hill, Sutton, and Brett Lane to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. And Hill wants to throw it, and he does. Bubble screen in and out of the hands of Brett Lane, and that's going to set up 4th down now for the Eagles from their own 46-yard line. Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. Unless Hill's going to try a pooch kick of some sort. And now we've got a timeout called by the Braves, as they didn't like the look as Hill moved from the shotgun a few steps back to punt the football. 2.5 minutes here remaining in the opening quarter. Each team now has used one of its 3 timeouts here in the first half. CM scored on both of its first 2 possessions. So after the timeout, the Eagles will be faced with 4th down and 8. And CM has actually used 2 timeouts here in the opening quarter. And they line up with Hill in the deep shotgun. Let's see if he's going to kick this away, try to maybe draw the Braves offside. Maybe they're going to actually go for it on 4th down. Let's see. They've got trips to the near side. And he will quickly put the boot into it. Pooch kick, which is going to land at about the 25, bounce inside the 20, still rolling. A good CM roll all the way down near the 5-yard line. So a nice pooch punt there by the quarterback Hill. And the ball rolls dead at the 5, and that will back the Braves up deep in their own territory as CM leads it here 14-7. Still 2 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in an opening quarter that's taken almost a half an hour to play. Braves onto the field with their backs to the end zone. The quarterback in the shotgun standing right on the goal line. Quarterback is Brandon Pace. And he's going to keep it and run straight ahead and pick up about 5, maybe 6. It looks like they'll put him out near the 11-yard line as he falls forward. Let's see. They're actually going to spot it near the 12. We'll call that a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down and 3. Single receiver now to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Single back in the backfield with the quarterback. Man in motion now to the near side, and they give it to the running back, May. And he's going to be hit after a gain of maybe a yard. Let's see where they spot this one. It looks like they're going to put it at about the 14. So it'll be about 3rd and 2 now. Quarterback's going to keep it this time and dive forward to get the first down. Lafferty with a good trip-up tackle there, but couldn't prevent the quarterback from picking up 3 and getting the first down out to the 17-yard line. Not a whole lot fancy about the running game of the Braves. The quarterback just from the shotgun grabs the ball and follows the running back either into the line or bounces it out to the outside. Now they're going to throw the bubble screen to the far side of the field. There's a block in the back that wasn't called, and a gain of about 7 out to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd, and they're actually going to move it across the 25 barely. So it'll be 2nd and about 2, and now we have whistles. Official timeout for some reason. And now they'll start the 25-second clock on 2nd and 2. Quarterback's going to keep it and run straight ahead, pick up the first down, get across the 30, out near the 32. That's a 7-yard gain. All of a sudden, Pace here picking up some good yardage. Unofficially now, 12 carries for 73 yards for the quarterback. A new set of downs. They'll give it to the running back, running around the corner this time, and knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. And they're going to change that spot and actually move him well back 3 yards closer to the 36 is where they'll say that he stepped out of bounds. They still haven't spotted the football yet. That might have been the last play of, or this should be the last play of the first quarter after the 3-yard gain. They'll give it to the running back again, run the same play. He's going to get to the sidelines, pick up first down yardage, and move the football out to the 48-yard line. And that'll be the last play of the first half. So it'll be a new set of downs for the Braves when we start the second quarter. After one period, it's CM 14 and Mount Zion 7. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
You tuned into the game for great local sports entertainment. But where do you turn for quality local banking services? Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at CNB Bank and Trust. CNB Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Your local CNB Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854, member FDIC. Now, back to the game.
So they'll spot the football at the 49-yard line of Mount Zion as we start the second quarter here. 14-7, Civic Memorial leads. Quarterback's going to run to the left, looks for a blocker, doesn't get it. He's going to be hit behind the line and thrown back. They'll give him his forward progress and say that he got back to the line of scrimmage. That's generous. It'll be no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. No huddle offense again here by the Braves as they look over to the sidelines to get the play call. Pace from the shotgun with 3 receivers to the far side. And they will run it to the left with May, and he's going to get across midfield. And a couple of yards beyond that, let's see, they'll spot this at the Eagles' 48-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 3. And the Braves face now with a 3rd down and 7, just in Eagles territory. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to be hit from behind, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards, get to the 45, and that's about it. And it's going to be 4th down now and 5 after the 2-yard gain. Looks like the Braves will go for it here. We'll call it 4th and 4. The ball at the 45. They've got to get to the 41. One of the players on the line moved. No flag. And now Pace from the shotgun. May, the lone back in the backfield. Quarterback's going to toss it out to the right, and it's knocked down. Knocked down by the Eagles defense. And that was Elijah Jones, number 77, who got the big paw up there and knocked that football down, and the Eagles will take over on downs after the incomplete pass. So the Eagles defense has played well here in the opening half. They've turned the ball over on downs now and forced 2 other punts on Mount Zion possessions. And now the offense heads back out onto the field. From the CM 45-yard line. Hill in the shotgun. Brett Lane, the lone receiver, to the far side. 3 receivers split here to the near side of the field. And Hill wants to throw this side, and he does, and it is complete to Clockey, who bobbled it and then got it back. Got across midfield into Braves territory and down at the 49-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain. On 2nd down, Hill's going to throw it again, this time to David Lane with the bubble screen, and he breaks through. He's got some room to run, cuts it into the middle of the field, across the 25, and down to the 24-yard line. That's good for 25 on that play. And some good open field running that time by David Lane. Only the Eagles' 5th first down of the game, and they've been playing a lot of this on offense from the short field. A new set of downs now. In motion goes Sutton to the right. They'll give it to Whitworth, and he's going to get down near the 20 as he powers his way straight ahead. That'll be a gain of about 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. And unofficially now, Whitworth, 7 carries in the game for 113 yards. And he's already picked up both Eagles touchdowns. He's going to run it again, this time to the near side, trying to get the corner, and will get knocked down near the 17-yard line. That'll be good for 3 more. And it'll be 3rd down and 3 now for the Eagles. And they might be in 4-down territory here, depending on what they can get with this play, whether or not they would send the field goal kicker onto the field on 4th down. They'd like to pick up the 1st down, and with Whitworth they will, as he gets hit at the line of scrimmage but keeps his feet moving and gets all the way down to the 11-yard line, and another first down for CM. And the Eagles snap it quickly. They'll run it again with Whitworth inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown number 3 for Jonathan Whitworth. That one from 11 yards out, and the Eagles lead by 13. So CM marches right down the field after the defensive stand, and Whitworth puts it into the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. Hall for the extra point, which is in the air, and it is good. 8:07 left to go in the first half. CM now 21, Mount Zion 7. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny, hold. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
There's a low end-over-end kick taken by one of the upmen at the 19, trying to run all the way back to the other side of the field where the coverage was set up, and isn't going to get close as he's going to get knocked down at about the 22-yard line. So the Braves will start there, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Stick around after our game tonight. We will announce the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game. Jonathan Whitworth has a head start. Eagles on defense right now, though, and it's the Braves who are going to try to run it in. Not getting far as Zach Williams in on a big hit there, joined by Lafferty. Pickup of about, looks like a pickup maybe of just 1 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. Trips to the far side. Empty backfield for the quarterback. Now the running back will move back to the left side of Pace, the quarterback. Pace is going to throw. He does. Oh, and a big hit just as the ball got there, as Brett Lane delivered a shot that time to the receiver, Charles Cools. Cools will think twice about going up for one of those after that hit. The pass is incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9. A good, clean, hard hit that time. And the ball sailed right on past the receiver who was up to get it. Now 4 receivers all here to the near side. And they look to throw. They will throw, and it is incomplete. The receiver actually was there and was open behind the Eagles' defense, but couldn't come up with the football. So that's going to set up 4th down and bring the punt team back on. And quarterback showed pretty strong arm there. And the kick is away, and the Eagles almost blocked it. David Lane back to get it at the 32, across the 35, 40, and down at about the 42-yard line. Maybe the 43 is where they will spot it for CM, and that's where they will start. First and 10 for the Eagles at the 43 with 7:01 left to play here in the first half. Hill back in at quarterback. Sutton goes in motion to the far side. They're going to give it to Whitworth, running straight ahead, now bouncing it out. Look out, he might go again. He's inside the 30, 20, and knocked down near the 15-yard line. That's a 42-yard pickup. And Whitworth is running wild. First down now from the 15. Clocky and Walker here to the near side. And now we have another timeout called by Civic Memorial. And that's their last timeout here of the first half. 6:39 left to play in the first half. It's Eagles 21 and the Braves 7. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
To the right, and the Eagles are going to throw into the corner, and it is ruled incomplete and out of bounds. And that was Clocky, and they say that he did not catch it in bounds. It would have been a touchdown. So it'll go as an incomplete pass. And it'll be second down now. Boy, Clocky was wide open, but not able to come down with the football in bounds. And the Eagles will snap it again. They'll throw it to the other side to Brett Lane. He's going to be hit behind the line. A flag flies all the way back near the 25. And we're going to get a personal foul against Mount Zion. So that would be half the distance to the goal line, I would think, from where they are at the 15. No signal as to exactly what type of personal foul it was. They'll move the football to the 9-yard line. And it'll be first and goal for Civic Memorial now from the Braves' 9-yard line. And they will roll out and throw into the end zone, and touchdown Civic Memorial. Jack Walker on the receiving end as he found a seam and was uncovered, and Hill found him for a touchdown. And CM adds to its lead. A 9-yard touchdown pass from Hill to Walker. Brett Lane on to hold. Hall's extra point is deflected and good, and a flag flies after the play. And it might be roughing or running into the kicker. The extra point is good. And it looks like that they will tack the penalty. I'm not sure if it's roughing or running into, but one or the other. They'll tack the penalty yardage on to the kickoff. 6:08 left to go in the first half. It's now CM 28 and Mount Zion 7. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Braves, which would make it a 15-yard penalty, which would be a roughing the kicker. Now a couple of the officials are standing near the 10-yard line debating, I'm guessing, whether or not they've spotted the ball in the right spot, whether or not it was roughing or running into. So the Eagles will kick it away from the 45 of the Braves, which is where they are going to spot the ball. Let's see if the Eagles kick it deep or with the extra field position here. Will they kick an onside kick? They do kick a line drive into one of the front men of the Braves, who did a good job after it hit him to fall on it. So the Braves will maintain possession at the 34-yard line of Mount Zion. As Panic just drilled that low line drive kick right at one of the up men, hoping to get a deflection. But it didn't work that time, as the Brave player fell right on the football. And Mount Zion comes out now with still 6:06 left to go in the first half. And the Braves find themselves trailing by 3 touchdowns. The winner of this game moves to 7-2 on the season and has an improved chance of possibly getting a home game in the first round of the playoffs. The loss would move either team to 6-3 and likely be playing on the road in the first round. And there's a pass out into the left flat, which falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And Pierce now has incompleted each of his last 4 pass attempts. Trips to the far side, single back in the backfield. Single receiver here to the near side. Pierce is going to run to the left, and he will be hit after picking up a couple of yards, falls forward out to about the 39-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard gain. And it'll be 3rd and 5, and the clock keeps moving with 5:42 and counting here left in the first half, and CM leading 28-7. On 3rd and 5 from the shotgun with 3 receivers to the far side. Pierce is going to throw the screen to the running back, and it's complete. First down yardage, then across midfield, across the 45 and down to the Eagles' 44. That's a 17-yard pickup and the 8th first down of the first half for the Braves. At the 44-yard line of CM. They're going to throw it again. Bubble screen. And that one is incomplete. A little bit low and through the hands of the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Love to tell you who's catching and dropping these passes, but virtually impossible to see the numbers on the back of the Braves' white uniforms. White numbers trimmed in red. They throw long downfield, and that one is complete down near the 15. They're going to say the 14-yard line, a 30-yard pickup, and a first down. And now the officials slow things down while they allow the Allow him to set the yard markers, I believe. So a new set of downs for the Braves now in the red zone. And they will run it inside the 10. And the quarterback hangs on to that one and gets to about the 8-yard line. So that'll be a 6-yard gain for Pearson. It'll be 2nd and 4. And he will run it again. Try to bounce it outside. Nothing doing that time as the Eagles stop him after a gain of maybe a yard. And we'll call it 3rd and 3. 4-down territory, no doubt, now for the Braves, trailing by 3 touchdowns here as we approach the 4-minute mark remaining in the first half. Trips to the far side of the field, single receiver to the near side, one back in the backfield. And the quarterback's going to keep it and go straight ahead, get inside the 5, pick up first down yardage down near the 2, and it's going to be 1st and goal. And the quarterback will keep it and go straight ahead and get into the end zone for the touchdown. So Brandon Pierce did most of that either with his legs or his arm. And into the end zone go the Braves. And now it's a 28-13 ball game. The extra point coming. It's in the air, and it is good. Still 3:44 left to go here in the first half. Our score now, CM 28, Mount Zion 14. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school football on WBGZ Alton. And this is Big Z Radio Sports.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
And the kickoff will drive Jonathan Whitworth back inside the 5. He'll get across the 10 and be knocked down and marked at the 16-yard line, it looks like, is where they'll spot it. And so that's where CM will start with 3:34 left to go here in the first half, and the Eagles leading by 2 touchdowns. Trips to the near side. Whitworth in the backfield with the quarterback Hill. Hill working now more from the pistol set. And he will give it to Whitworth, running to the right, getting hit at the line of scrimmage, powering for maybe a yard, but not much more. It looks like they'll mark him down at about the 17. And if that's the case, it'll be a gain of 1. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. The clock running, approaching 3:10 left to go here in the first half. Unofficially, Whitworth, a dozen carries for 176 yards and 3 touchdowns. Hill going to roll out, needs a block to be able to throw, gets it, hits Clocky at the 30. Ball comes loose, but he was down. He was surely down, although they haven't whistled or shown anything yet. Still no signal, but the official's going to mark the ball down at the 30. It'll be a first down for the Eagles. And Hill's going to throw it again to David Lane, who will fight for maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Eagles in the no huddle as usual, in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side of the field, working here from the near hash. Hill takes the snap, drops back, and will throw, and it is incomplete. And Lane wanted a holding call. Looked like the defender had his hands on the back of the jersey. It's going to be incomplete, no flag. The Eagles bench screaming for a hold. And it'll end up being 3rd and 9 after all is said and done. Clocky now comes to the near side with David Lane. Brett Lane and Sutton to the far side. Whitworth in the backfield. And Hill from the shotgun with Whitworth going in motion. They'll throw the bubble screen again back to Hill, or rather back to Lane. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 40, tripped up from behind at the 45, the 46. That's good for 15 yards and a 1st down. David Lane now with his 3rd reception of the game. Eagles working quickly. They'll give it to Whitworth, looking for a hole, doesn't find one. Gets knocked out of bounds. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Under 2 minutes now left to go in the first half. The clock stops with the out of bounds play. And now Sutton comes out, so does Clocky. Walker and Austin Reams into the game. Trips to the far side. There's an offsides against the Braves. Somebody moved into the neutral zone too early. That's the 5th penalty against Mount Zion here in the first half. The Eagles have been penalized twice. That's a free 5 yards there, and it'll set up 2nd down and 5. Whitworth now shifts to the left side of Hill, now goes more directly behind him from the pistol. Straight ahead, they'll run it with Whitworth. 1st down yardage, still loose as he breaks a tackle across the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. That's good for 15. Clock running with 1:45 left to go in the first half. Trips to the near side now. New set of downs for the Eagles. Straight ahead, they will run it again, getting a couple of yards. Zach Williams into the game as the running back replacing Whitworth. He will get to the 31. That'll be a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 now. Williams to the right side of Hill, who takes the snap in the shotgun. Wants to throw. Now he's going to have to tuck it and run. And he will get knocked down near the 25. They'll mark it at the 27, it looks like. So that'll be a gain of 4 on the scramble. And it'll be 3rd and a long 3, and now under a minute left to go here in the first half. The Eagles would like to get more points on the board. They're going to give it to Williams. He's going to be hit short of the 1st down. Eagles have no timeouts. It's going to set up 4th down after the 1-yard gain by Williams, and let's see what CM will do. They're bringing the offense, or keeping the offense on the field, putting the main starting offense back out there. And they're faced with 4th, and we'll call it a yard. Clock running with 23 seconds. Hill going to roll to his left, looks to throw, fires it, complete to David Lane inside the 15. and they say he got out of bounds. I'm not sure how he did that, unless they just stopped the clock for the first down. I think they're just stopping the clock to move the chains on the complete pass at the 14-yard line. That's good for 11 yards, and now Hill will spike the football to stop the clock, as the Eagles have no timeouts. Now Mount Zion will take a timeout with 13.7 seconds left here in the first half. And our score, CM 28 and Mount Zion 14. Mount Zion will use its second timeout of the half. Don't forget, after the game, we'll announce our Munganast-Alton Toyota Player of the Game. We also have Game 2 of our doubleheader for you tonight on the Big Z. Around 9:15 or so, by tape delay, it'll be the game between Belleville West and the Alton Redbirds. And then a full slate of action for you tomorrow, including Roxana and Marquette, the Fighting Illini, and everything kicks off with Sports Talk at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll give you the full rundown of the times of all of those football games tomorrow on the Big Z during our halftime break here. We're in our final 13 and a half seconds of the half, and the Eagles trying to put more cushion under their 2-touchdown lead. They throw and open for the touchdown is Clocky. He caught it at the 5 and went into the end zone. He was hit at the 1 and fell in, and CM puts another touchdown on the board. And Clocky was wide open. CM to attempt the extra point. It will be Hall to kick it out of the hold of Lane. Snap back. The kick is up. Looked like he hooked that one, and he did. Wide to the left, so the extra point is no good. And with 7 seconds left in the first half, it's now CM 34, Mount Zion 14. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There is also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
Civic Memorial set to kick it away here as we near the end of the first half. And this ball will be taken at the 28-yard line, and the return man will be dropped back at about the 25. And that will be, well, it won't quite be the final play of the first half. 0.8 seconds still on the board. So time for one last play for the Braves, barring any kind of a defensive penalty. CM has put 34 points on the scoreboard here in the first half. We'll see if the Braves decide to come out and just take a knee, or if they'll try to fire one way down the field, maybe pick up a penalty, if not a completion. The Eagles are in the prevent defense as they put their defensive back, 3 of them, back near midfield. And they'll start backpedaling from there with the snap. They will throw a screen pass to the running back, who's going to pick up short yardage, about 13. Now there's a flag that flies. Another flag flies near the 40. So this may not be the end of the half just yet.
There's a flag on the play.
It's a 13-yard pickup if that play stands, but No indication yet. Now something against the Eagles. I think it's a face mask. So that's going to tack on 15 more yards. And we'll give the Braves one final play here. And I think the Braves have also called their last time out of the first half. The ball is at the Eagles' 45 after the 15-yard penalty. This quarterback, Pierce, has shown a pretty strong arm, so he might be able to launch this thing all the way to the end zone. We'll give you the rundown of tomorrow's action while we have a second here. Sports Talk kicks everything off tomorrow at 11 o'clock. That'll be followed immediately by the Roxana Southwestern game on tape delay. Then at 2 o'clock, we go to the pregame show for the Fighting Illini game, which kicks off at 2:30. Illini and Wisconsin do battle. And then tomorrow evening, after the Illini game, by way of tape delay at 6:30 or so, it'll be the Marquette Explorers against Mount Olive. Set now to play what will likely be the last play of the first half. Quarterback drops back to throw, fires one across the middle of the field and incomplete. Not sure who the intended receiver actually was. Some miscommunication there near the 30-yard line, and that will bring us to halftime. Our score at the end of the first half here at Hauser Field, CM 34, Mount Zion 14. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
Takes his team back on the field. Whitworth, the running back. We've got David Lane and Tim Clockey here to the near side. Brett Lane and Dylan Sutton to the far side. And from the shotgun, on first down, the Eagles will run it with Whitworth, and he will pick up about 4 on the play out to, well, looks like they're going to mark it. We'll call it the 20, looks like the 24-yard line, a gain of 4. And it'll be second down now for the CM Eagles. They're going to run it to the right with Whitworth. Now he cuts it back up at the hash, and he gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 2, and it'll be second down or third down and a long 4 for the Eagles. Just underway here in the third quarter. CM leads by 20. Trying to improve to 7-2 on the regular season and head into postseason play on a positive note. Now Hill wants to throw, and he does. The bubble screen to David Lane, and this time the Braves were all over it, and he's going to be dropped for a loss all the way back to about the 23-yard line. We'll call it the 24. It's really in between. Loss of about 4 on the play. And so the Eagles will punt the football. And it takes an Eagle bounce into Braves territory and is downed by Corey Price at the Mount Zion 43-yard line. So nothing happening that time on offense for CM. Let's see what the defense can do. Good field position here on their first possession of the second half for Mount Zion. They'll start at their own 43. They need to score quickly here and often, trailing by 20. They will throw the bubble screen out to the left flat. It's complete out near midfield. That'll be a gain of about 7. And it'll be second down and 3. Again, we'd love to tell you who's on the receiving end of those footballs, but we cannot make out any of the numbers on these uniforms of the Braves players. Quarterback's going to keep this one and pick up about 8, getting into Eagles territory down to the 42-yard line. And the quarterback now, Pierce, over 100 yards in the game unofficially. And they'll run it again, getting inside the 30 and down to the 29. That's a 13-yard pickup. First down number 15 for Mount Zion. Moving the football on the ground now. Quarterback will keep it again after faking the handoff, and he's going to break 2 tackles. Almost had his jersey pulled off, and he gets down inside the 10-yard line to the 9. That's good for 20 yards on that pickup. The quarterback not terribly fast or quick, but he's very elusive. Does a good job of reading the blocks and finding holes. And he's going to try it again. Breaks a tackle. Gets inside the 5. That'll be another 4-yard pickup, and Mount Zion is threatening here. Trips to the far side as they spread the defense out. And this time they'll throw it out there into the flat. There's a penalty. Going to be a hold as they just grabbed the receiver. Not much doubt about that one. That was Newell, who just reached out and grabbed the receiver and spun him around. So that's going to be holding on the defense. Should be an automatic first down. It'll be first and goal. They'll move the football from the 5 down to the 3. 4th penalty against CM. And the quarterback will just follow the line straight ahead and into the end zone. Brandon Pierce with another touchdown run. And that makes it 34-20. So the Braves just keep coming back. The extra point is good, I believe. No signal, but it is. It's good. And with 8:30 left to go here in the third quarter, it's getting a bit closer. It's now CM 34, Mount Zion 21. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts?
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to State Farm agent Tom Lane to help you plan for your future today.
So the Braves will kick it deep again to CM. And this will be Whitworth at the 5, across the 10, straight ahead, 15-20, still on his feet, cuts it across the field at the 25, looking to try to turn the corner, now cuts it back to the middle again, across the 30, 35, all the way out near the 40-yard line. A good run back by Jonathan Whitworth, and the Eagles will have good field position here to start their second drive of the second half. They went 3 and out and had to punt the first time, and that led to the Braves marching right down the field and picking up the touchdown. And now the Eagles offense back on the field again, starting at their own 39. In motion to the right is Sutton. They will run it with Whitworth right into the middle of the line, and he's not going to do anything but get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. No huddle offense. 2 receivers to each side. Hill in the shotgun. And he drops back after taking the snap and throws and hits David Lane, who gets past the first man at the 45, across the 40, and down to the 36-yard line. That's a 25-yard pickup. And the Eagles move the football farther down the field. The 6th reception of the game now for David Lane. 1st down for CM. They're going to run it with Whitworth. He eludes the first man, gets across the 35, falls forward to about the 32, it looks like. That's going to be a gain of 4, almost 5. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock running with 6:50 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hill from the shotgun takes the snap, hands it to Whitworth inside the 30, gets down near the 25. That's going to be now flag flies late after the play. They're very close to the 1st down, depending on where they mark it. And let's see what the call's going to be. It's going to be a dead ball personal foul, and it's against the Braves. So the yardage will stand from the 32 down to the 26. And now they'll tack on penalty yardage down to the 13. So it'll be 1st down for the Eagles from the 13-yard line. And now they're going to bring in the jumbo package. The goal line offense here, Corey Price into the game, and he will spin his way down near the 10-yard line. Don't often see this particular setup this far away from the goal line. But the Eagles mixing things up a little bit here. And it looks like they're going to keep the same set on the field. Price comes over, gets the play, heads back out to the huddle. Down to 10 on the play clock. And now they're going to hand the ball off to Williams, and he's going to fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Now we've got a flag after the play. And let's see what that's going to be. It's a 10-yard touchdown run for Zach Williams as Price handed it off to him out of that jumbo set. And we've got a personal foul, face mask on the tackle. So the touchdown will stand, and the Eagles lead it 40-21. And they will add the penalty yardage to the kickoff. And the Eagles will probably go for 2 here. No, actually they're not. They're going to send the extra point place kicker onto the field. And now the Eagles are going to call timeout. I'm surprised they're not going for two here after missing an extra point earlier. They lead it 40-21. Now they're going to call timeout and think about it. And we'll see what formation they come out in after the timeout. Hall has gone back out and picked up the kicking tee. And I don't think they'll use it. I suspect the Eagles will go for two here, but I might be wrong. But I would think they would try to gain back the point that they missed earlier with the missed extra point, and now they will send the offense back out onto the field. And they will go for two. After the 10-yard touchdown run by Zach Williams. So Hill back in at quarterback. Whitworth, the running back. Three receivers here to the near side. Brett Lane, the only receiver, out to the right. And now flag flies. And let's see what that's going to be. Might have been a delay of game unless somebody moved. Now we're going to get a flag against the Eagles. Whitworth for knocking down one of the Braves players after the game, after the play was over. They came in and contacted the quarterback who went to the ground. And Whitworth then retaliated. And that's when they threw the flag. Still not sure what the first penalty is. Things getting just a little bit chippy here. If the penalty's against the Eagles, that will nullify most likely the chance to go for two. Because it would be a personal foul and move the Eagles back 15 yards. They'd almost have to attempt the kick for the extra point at that point. All the officials are huddled at about the 12-yard line. There's been no indication of either the first or the second flag at this time. They're talking to the Braves. They're talking to the Braves, so at least one of the fouls is against CM. So now we're going to get we've got the first penalty against CM declined. The second penalty is going to be a personal foul against the Eagles, and that's the one that the Braves will accept. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. First penalty was for an illegal formation. And it's taken us an awful long time to try to get this extra point in the books. So they'll move the football. They'll move the football back to the 18-yard line with the penalty mark off. And let's see what the Eagles are going to do now. I still don't see the place kicker on the field. So CM might still be going for two. Now I do see the place kicker. He is on the field, and the Eagles will attempt a 35-yard extra point out of the hold of Lane. And it is no good, not even close. So 5:46, now that we finally got that done, 5:46 left to go here in the third quarter. It's CM 40, Mount Zion 21. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
So because of the face mask penalty on the touchdown that feels like it happened about 2 quarters ago, the Eagles will kick off from the Braves' 45-yard line, and now the wind blows the football off the tee. So we'll have just a little bit longer delay here. Approaching the 9 o'clock hour in the Riverbend, and the Eagles will kick it on the ground. And it's a loose football, and I don't know that the Eagles got on it before it got out of bounds. They almost did. Corey Price down there tried to get on it, but it was tipped out of bounds by the Braves before he could fall on it, and it'll be the Braves' ball at the 13-yard line. A couple of minutes before 9 o'clock, listening to high school football here on WBGZ Alton. And don't forget, more action comes your way in Game 2 of our doubleheader. It'll be Belleville West and Alton coming your way immediately following this game. And the Braves will start on first down, and the quarterback's going to keep it and run to the left and get hit right at about the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain on that play for the quarterback, Brandon Pierce. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to run it again. Cuts it into the middle of the field. Zach Williams there to make the first hit as he just gets across the 15 to about the 18. It'll be a 5-yard gain. And it'll be 3rd down and 5, and a chance for the Eagles defense to get a big stop here and put the ball right back into the hands of the offense. 40-21, CM leads. 4:45 left to go in the 3rd quarter. This time they hand it off, and getting out near first down yardage, and looks like getting just enough for the first down is a running back, May. They will mark this at the 24, which is just enough for the first down. And they'll throw it out to the right, and that ball was short-hopped and incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 as they tried to throw that bubble screen to the wide receiver out there and bounced it. Pierce from the shotgun. They'll do the same play again. This time it's complete. Across the 30, out near the 35, going to be just a little bit short, I think. There's a flag down near the end of the play, though, so we'll have to see what that's going to be. They've spotted the ball right near the 35-yard line, which would be very close to the first down. And we've got a personal foul, or a holding call rather, against the Braves from the spot of the foul. So that'll move the football back to the, looks like about the 22-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and about 13. They'll give it to May again, and he'll move the pile out near the 30, where it'll be 3rd and about 5. 3rd and almost 6 now for the Braves. 3:45 and counting. Quarterback's going to keep it, run to the right, try to get the corner, and he will be hit and knocked down near the first down distance. Let's see where they mark it. If he gets to the 25, it's a first down, and it looks like they're going to spot him across the 25, or 35 rather. Well, now they're actually going to move it back to the 35, and they're still going to call it a first down. So 1st and 10 now for Mount Zion at their own 35-yard line. Under 3.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. That one gets through the hands of the quarterback, and he goes back, Pierce does, and falls on it all the way back at the 22-yard line. So a big loss on that play of about 13. Second and 23 now for the Braves. Quarterback Pierce going to roll to his left, and now he's going to run it back up, cuts it up to the middle of the field, gets back to the 30, out near the 31. That'll be good for about 8 yards and pick up some of that penalty or the fumbled yardage on the bad snap. It's going to be 3rd and almost 14. Big play here for the Braves to try to keep the drive going. The Eagles would like to get the football back. Quarterback takes the snap, throws it to the right side, and it's complete, and it's going to be short of the first down across the 40 to the 42. That's good for 12 on the game, but it's going to be 4th and about 3. So they got a lot of the yardage they needed, made this 4th down play manageable. Let's see what the Braves do on 4th down. The quarterback keeper's been their best play of the night. One of the players moved, no call. Quarterback keeps it, gets the first down into Eagles territory, breaks loose, and finally gets pulled down from behind all the way down near the 30-yard line. And a flag at the end of the play. 28-yard pickup, if it all stands. A flag at the end of the play. Indications are that it looks like it's against the Eagles, although we've not seen a signal yet. Personal foul after the play against CM. So that's going to move the football, should move it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The 6th penalty against Civic Memorial now. They'll mark it at the 15, and it'll be first down for the Braves. Unofficially, the quarterback Pierce nearly 190 yards on the ground. He's going to put it in the air this time near the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. I believe that was Cools. It's a 15-yard touchdown pass. They had been running, and caught the Eagles off guard there, as that was too easy. Now the extra point will follow. And the kick is in the air. And it is good. 1:43 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Our score now, Eagles 40, Braves 28. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
At 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, we believe that great food paired with our own locally brewed craft beer is a staple in life, and we want to share that experience. At 4204, you will find a menu that complements our very own award-winning craft beers, and we serve the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. You can find us in both Alton by the Alton Square Mall and at our original location at 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. Come visit 4204 Main Street Brewing Company today for an experience you won't soon forget.
David Lane and Jonathan Whitworth back deep to receive this kick for Civic Memorial. And again, the football blown off the tee. They'll reset it. And the Braves will kick it away. And it's going to be taken in the end zone by Whitworth. And it'll be a touchback. And CM will start at its own 20-yard line. Stick around after the game. We will announce our Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game. Still 1:43 left to go here in the third quarter. 40-28, CM leads Mount Zion. The Eagles trying to end the regular season at 7-2. Two receivers to the near side, two to the far side as well. Whitworth in the backfield behind Hill and now moves over to Hill's left. And he will take the snap from the shotgun and drop back to throw. It's complete to Walker, and then he dropped it. Incomplete is the ruling near the 25-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles from the 20. Brendan Rickey checks out of the game. Tim Clockey back in for the Eagles. We've got Clockey and Brett Lane on the far side. David Lane, Sutton on the near side, and now Sutton goes in motion to the right. And they'll hand it off to Whitworth, who struggles to get back near the line of scrimmage as he slipped a bit. And he might have gotten a yard, but it looks like no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Whitworth unofficially now over 200 yards rushing in this game. And let's see what the Eagles do on 3rd and 10. They'd like to keep this drive going, take some more time off the clock, and give their defense a chance to get a breather. They're going to throw the football. And it is over the head of Sutton, the intended receiver. And on 4th and 10 from the 20, the Eagles will have to punt the football away. And all of that took less than a minute off the clock. And one of the Eagle players down in front of the bench there, that might be Sutton. It looks like a cramp. And it is Sutton, and now he'll make it off the field under his own power. Trying to stretch out that right calf. Now they'll work on him there on the sidelines. The Eagles, faced with 4th down, will have to kick the football away. Panic back to punt for CM with 53.5 seconds. And they will kick it away, that rugby-style kick, and that hit one of the players. That's a live ball picked up by Price. And now they're going to blow the whistle to stop the play. Price runs into the end zone. That ball hit one of the Braves players right in the back and was picked up by Corey Price, who took off into the end zone. The referees blew it dead. And maybe it's because it can't be returned. It's going to be Eagles football, but they're not able to advance it. That's going to be the call. They won't be able to advance it. but it's going to be Civic Memorial football. No, now they're turning the other direction and saying Braves football. That ball certainly squarely hit the Braves player right in the middle of the back. And Corey Price picked it up and ran down the field. The officials blew the whistle. And I thought they were going to rule CM ball, but unable to advance it. And instead, they've blown it dead and given it to the Braves at the 44-yard line. So not sure what they saw there. Now the quarterback's going to break through and run for big yardage. Getting all the way inside the Eagles' 30. That's a 28-yard pickup. And now the quarterback, Brandon Pierce, over 200 yards rushing. And he's going to keep it again and run to the left and now cut it back up into the middle across the 25 and down near the 22-yard line. That's going to be about a 7-yard gain. And here come the Braves again, getting near the red zone. And the siren will sound before the snap, and that play will not count. That will be the end of 3 quarters here in Bethalto. It's turning into a wild one, and there's a whole nother quarter left to play. Our score after 3 periods, CM 40, Mount Zion 28. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up, ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andy's Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andy's Auto Sales today.
Second down and about 3. And the quarterback for the Braves will keep it, get inside the 20. He's going to be hit close to first down territory. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 19, which would be just a little bit shy. And it's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard. Quarterback will keep it and run and pick up the first down and then get drilled back after getting down to about the 16-yard line. New set of downs for the Braves. This is only a 12-point game. So not comfortable for any means here by the Eagles. Pierce from the shotgun, and they're going to pitch it to the running back, trying to get the corner. Loses the football out of bounds as he gets down near the 10-yard line, somewhere around the 10 or the 11. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be good for a 4-yard pickup.
It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Actually closer to 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 10. And the quarterback will keep it and try to roll to the right. He's going to be hit. Flag flies. Flag flies near the 12-yard line. And it's holding. Holding is the call against Mount Zion. The Eagles will take that infraction. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which will move the football back near the 22-yard line. There was little gain, if any, on the play by the quarterback. And that mark-off will be the 7th penalty against the Braves. And it'll be 2nd and about 17. They look to throw, and it's incomplete. Trying to dump it off to the running back out in the flat. Unable to make the catch was May.
Let's hear it for the defense.
And it'll set up 3rd down and 17 now. Big play here for the Eagles defense on 3rd and 17 from the 22-yard line. Pierce from the shotgun. 4 receivers to the near side. He's going to put it in the air, and it is almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by David Lane. In and out of his hands. The pass falls incomplete, and it'll be 4th down.
Touchdown, David! One more time, guys!
4 down territory here for the Braves, faced with 4th and 17 from the Eagles 22, and the defense needs to stop one more time. Again, trips to the near side, and Pierce drops back to throw. Throwing to the middle of the end zone, and it is knocked down again by David Lane. 2 good defensive plays in a row by Lane. From his secondary position, he knocked that one down in the end zone. And the defense holds, and the Eagles will take over on downs. .25 left to go here in the 4th quarter. CM 40, Mount Zion 28. And now the Eagles offense needs to sustain a nice, long, time-consuming drive. And from the shotgun, they will hand it off to Whitworth, running to the left. He'll be hit after a short gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 for the Eagles.
And it looks like now they've put that goal line jumbo package back out onto the field, even though they're back on their own 24-yard line. This is the farthest away from the end zone I've ever seen them use this play. They give it to Williams, and look at him go. He busts through the line, and they're not going to catch him, I don't believe. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Civic Memorial. So that's why they did it. 76-yard touchdown run out of the jumbo package from their own 24-yard line. Williams busted through the line and took off down the field into the end zone for the touchdown. And now the Eagles will go for 2 once again. Walker comes onto the field late here. Empty backfield for the quarterback, Hill. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 split out to the far side from the shotgun. Hill takes the snap, drops back to throw, and his pass is batted down, so the 2-point conversion is no good. But with 9:34 left to play, the Eagles score again. It's now CM 46, Mount Zion 28. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
Civic Memorial set to kick it away again. Those of you who have joined us around the 9:15 projected start time of the Belleville West Alton Redbird game. Stick around. The kick goes into the end zone, into the corner for a touchback. So the Braves will have it at the 20. Stick around. Belleville West and Alton will come your way. Immediately following our game, we've got 9:34 left to go here, and CM leading Mount Zion 46-28. After the game, we'll announce our Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game. On first down now. Pierce will throw it into the flat. And it's going to be well covered by the Eagles. A short gain on the play. Out to about the 23. It'll be second down and 7 yards to go. Lots of candidates for the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game in this one. Quarterback's going to keep it, run straight ahead, get out near the 29-yard line and be about a yard short after the pickup of 6. Pierce now unofficially at about 235 yards rushing from his quarterback position. And he's going to run it again. This time he's going to be hit and dropped short. He might even have lost a yard. And it's going to set up 4th and a full yard. Maybe even 2 yards now. They've got to get to the 30. It's 4th down territory for the Braves. And the Eagles defense with a chance to make another big stop here. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to get across the 30 for the first down. Fall forward out to about the 34. And on the 5-yard pickup for Pierce, it'll be the 22nd first down of the game for the Braves. Low snap, grab, thrown into the flat. And immediately the defense was there. Elijah Jones on the play. That's going to be good for a 5-yard loss on that pass play. That's going to make it 2nd and 15. Clock running with 7.5 minutes left to play. Pierce takes the snap from the shotgun and he's going to run. He's going to pick up a short gain, about 2 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and 13. Looks like the Eagles defense has gotten better at keying on that quarterback in the last few running attempts. But Pierce has picked up some big yardage on the night. And that one is dropped. They threw it out in the flat to the running back, who tried to run with it before he had it and dropped it, and it's going to be 4th down. Fourth down and about 13. And the Braves almost have to go for it here, trailing 46-28. And Mount Zion's going to take a timeout. 6:57 left to play. Eagles have the lead, 46-28. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience, located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
play here after the timeout, 4th and 13. Quarterback's going to roll to his right and throw, and he overthrows everybody by 5 yards. It's incomplete. And the Eagles defense holds again, and CM will take over on downs. Not sure who the quarterback was trying to hit with that one, but it wasn't even close. And so with 6:51 left to go, and the Eagles leading by 18, the offense goes back on the field. The ball is at the 32-yard line of the Braves. Hill from the shotgun in motion now. Ricky to the near side. And they're going to run the option play, and they pitch it. And a flag flies as the running back, Whitworth, is knocked out of bounds near the 10-yard line. It would have been a big gain, but it's going to be called back with the flag out near the 33. It's going to be holding, I believe, against CM. So that will nullify the big run by Whitworth. They'll mark it off from the 33, 10 yards back. So that'll make it first down now and about 21. The 7th penalty against CM. And looks like they've got that goal line package back out there again. It worked a few minutes ago for Williams. Corey Price in at quarterback. That's the jumbo package. They'll give it to Williams again. He's going to get some yardage, get across the 40 to about the 39. So he'll pick up about 4. I wouldn't mind if they have this play in their playbook, watching Price throw a little pass out of this jumbo offense. I don't think anybody would suspect that. Not sure if it's in the playbook or not. Second down, same set for the Eagles. Price is going to keep it this time, and he tripped and fell. Lost his footing at about the 36-yard line. The clock will keep running under 5.5 minutes. The Eagles will use as much of that clock as they can now. They're faced with 3rd and about 13. And looks like they might let the clock run all the way down and use a timeout, because Price is still standing over there with the coach. And the Eagles will take a timeout now with exactly 5 minutes left to go and leading 46-28. This is Big Z Radio Sports.
You tuned into the game for great local sports entertainment. But where do you turn for quality local banking services? Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at CNB Bank and Trust. CNB Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Your local CNB Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854, member FDIC. Now, back to the game.
Moved prior to the snap, and that's going to cost CM 5 yards for the motion penalty. The 8th penalty of the game against CM will move it back to the 41-yard line. And now it's going to be 3rd and about 19. Two receivers to the near side, two split out to the far side. Whitworth in the backfield. Hill in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to throw. Fires across the middle and overthrows the intended receiver, which was Clocky. And it's going to set up 4th down now. 4th and 19. Looks like the Eagles will keep the offense on the field unless Hill is going to do another pooch kick here on 4th and 19. Let's see. And it looks like he's now going to back up and kick it from a short punt formation. And he will angle it towards the sidelines, but it's going to hit into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback. And the Braves will have it at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10, with 4:47 left to play. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Sports Talk comes your way at 11 o'clock. Recap of the seasons, the regular seasons, and a look forward into the playoff picture. Then around noon or so, by tape delay, it'll be Roxana and Southwestern coming your way on the Big Z. On 1st down, the quarterback drops back a step, and now he's going to run. And he's going to get across the 25 to the 26. Pick up 6 and make it 2nd and 4. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we'll head right into the Illini pregame show. That'll lead us to the live action from Champaign between Wisconsin and Illinois at 2:30. And then Marquette, here's a pass tipped and knocked down at the last minute by David Lane as the receiver was open near the 40. And Lane just got a hand on it and deflected that ball away, incomplete. 6:30 tomorrow night, Marquette and Mount Olive will come your way here by way of tape delay. Clock stops with 4:09 left to go, and it's now 3rd and about 4. The receiver was open on that play, pass just a bit underthrown, and Lane able to deflect it and knock it down. Now pass into the flat, it's going to be caught. It's going to be good enough for 1st down yardage out to the 31-yard line.
Jones on the stop. Enough for 1st down.
They'll stop the clock just long enough to move the chains, mark the ball at the 31, and start the clock again. 46-28, CM leads. They throw that one out into the flat. It's complete and hit immediately for a loss on the play as the receiver caught the ball with his knee on the ground all the way back to the 27. So that's a 4-yard loss on that pass play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14 now for the Braves. They'll throw it to the near side, and Nick Newell does a nice job of avoiding a block and making the tackle, and that's going to be a loss back to the 25-yard line. So 2 pass plays have lost a total of 6 yards here for the Braves, and they're faced now with 3rd and 16. They've got to get across the 41-yard line. Pierce drops back, throws the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Dylan Sutton with the interception at the 39-yard line, and the first turnover of the game goes to the Eagles. And the offense will go back on the field after the interception by Sutton with 2:54 left to go and a chance to run the clock out now, maybe finish this one off here on senior night. Corey Price out there as they put the jumbo package out on the field from the 39-yard line. And Price will keep it and run it to the right side. He gets around the corner to 30, 25, and pulled down at the 23-yard line. That's good for 16 yards and a first down. And he stayed in bounds. The clock will keep running. They'll move it as soon as they mark the chains. And the Eagles will take their time here now. Price over at the sidelines. Play clock at 15. He'll head back to the huddle. Not in any hurry as the clock runs and we're down to 2.5 minutes left to play. Price out there with the jumbo package again. He'll run it straight ahead. Hops in the air, gets to the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2. Eagles with 1 timeout, which they don't need to use. Unofficially, 2 timeouts for the Braves. And they seem reluctant to use those. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And we'll be down to under 1.5 minutes when the Eagles run this play, I suspect. Wildcat this time has Whitworth in the backfield, and he's going to run it. Try to get around the corner inside the 15. Down to, looks like they're going to mark it at the 13. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it a yard. Clock running with 1:15 left to go, and now Price back onto the field to run the Wildcat. Whitworth unofficially 215 yards rushing. Price takes the snap, goes forward, gets the first down, gets out of the pile, gets inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line. And now they'll bring the regular offense, it looks like, back out onto the field one last time for the seniors as we're running under 40 seconds left to go. The Eagles will have to run at least 2 more plays, and they're going to have to hurry to get this one off. And they may just take a knee, and they will. Hill out there to do the honors. He will take a knee, and that's going to be the last play that CM will have to run. Civic Memorial will win the season finale and improve to 7-2 on the regular season and head into postseason play on a positive note. We'll come back to Bethalto and wrap it up after this. CM wins it 46-28 over Mount Zion. This is Big Z Radio Sports.